So today we'll start this theorem. So already we did problem based on this theorem. So now we'll move on to the proof for this theorem. Okay. The power spectral density of input and output process in the system are connected by the relation S yy of omega equal to modulus h of omega the whole square S xx of omega, where h of omega is the Fourier transform of unit impulse response function h of t. So we call this h of t function also transfer function, system transfer function. So first we are taken the proof. If x of t is a WSS process and the output process y of t is given by, we know this, y of t equal to integral minus infinity to infinity h of u x of t minus u du. Here x of t minus u is the input function, h of u is the system transfer function, and the output correlation function is given by or yy of tau is equal to. So we know that we can able to write this or yy of tau as e of y of t into y of t plus tau. Then we can able to multiplication y of t into y of t plus t. Then we'll take expectation for this. If we are doing this, we got this term h of e of y of t into y of t plus tau. We'll multiply these two terms. T plus tau means we'll get here t plus tau minus u will get it. So if you are multiplying means we'll get h of u. For y of t plus tau function, we are taken that system transfer function as h of v. You multiply h of u into h of v, we got it. Then remaining we have x of t minus u into x of t plus tau minus u we have. Then we have to apply expectation for this. Expectation is based on only x. So we'll apply. So we have e of x of t minus u, x of t plus tau minus u. If you are taken difference means we got r x x of tau plus u minus we got it du dv. Okay, so multiply and then take expectation for this, then we'll get this r y way of tau. So the power spectral density of the output process y of t is given by. So we know that power spectral density of r y way of tau is s y way of omega. So you have to take Fourier transform for this. If you are taken means minus infinity to infinity r y way of tau e power minus I omega tau d tau. This is the Fourier transform definition. So based on that we got. So we know the value of r y way of tau. You will replace this value here. Then you have 1 minus infinity to infinity. So you will replace all the value here. C power minus I omega tau du dv d tau, we got it. So then we'll replace tau plus u minus v equal to, we are assuming tau plus u minus v as alpha. Then d tau means we are differentiating with respect to time domain function. If you are taken means d tau equal to d alpha, we got it. According to tau differentiation, u and v are constants. So we got d tau equal to d alpha. So we'll have sy of omega equal to, so we have triple integration, then you'll have h of u, h of v, or xx of, we are assuming this value as alpha, then we will take u e power minus I omega tau. Tau we have to take the value from this assumption. If you are taken means we'll get tau is equal to alpha minus u plus v, got it. So we'll replace instead of tau alpha minus u plus v. Then you will write du dv d tau can be written as d alpha. So based on that, we wrote this. So then we'll write this value. That is, we can able to separate because that here we have only alpha term. So here you have alpha term. So you can able to separate. Then you can able to separate this expectation value also. E power minus I omega alpha into e power plus I omega u into e power minus I omega v. So we can able to separate this expectation into three terms. So then you have h of u term alone, h of v term alone, alpha alone, du, dv, d alpha alone. So we have u is separated, v is separated, alpha is separated. So we can able to write this triple integration as alpha alone one integration, u term alone one integration, and v term alone integration. Because here we don't have any u and v term here. So we can able to write all these terms. Here also it will involve only alpha term, here also alpha term, here also alpha term. So we have this answer. Then here you alone you have this integration, so you can able to separate. The same way for v. Because of that reason only we are taken this assumption. So now we will separate into three terms. So you know that this is nothing but sxx of omega. So instead of tau, here we have the variable alpha. That is also time variable only. Instead of time variable only, we are taken this alpha. So this is nothing but time variable only. So this is nothing but Fourier transform of sxx of omega only. So we are replacing, instead of this we can able to write sxx of omega. So h of this is also Fourier transform of system transfer function, that is h of omega. So instead of minus omega, here we have plus omega. So we can able to write h star of omega. So h star of omega into h of omega can be written as modulus h of omega the whole square. So we get sxx of omega. So if you have any doubt in this theorem, please ask. So if you have any doubt in this theorem, please ask. Sometimes they ask this theorem, that's why I explain now. Please study this theorem also. I will explain that Wiener-Kitchin theorem also. Suppose they asked means you have to understand the theorem, then only you can able to write. So what we did, first we are calculating this RYY of tau value based on this y of t. You will multiply y of t into y of t plus tau. Then you will take expectation. Then we got the value RYY of tau. So after that we are finding power spectral density for this RYY of tau. So we got SYY of omega. Then we are making the assumption tau plus u minus v equal to alpha. So based on that, we are separating this triple integration into three terms because this term is independent of u and v, u is independent of alpha and v is independent of alpha and u. So based on that, we are doing this. So then we got this. So we got this sxx of omega, h star of omega, h of omega. That's it. So we know that if you are multiplying means we'll get modulus h of omega the whole square. Hence it is true. That's it. So based on this result only, we did many problems. More than 10 problems we did in this unit. So if you have any doubt, please ask. Otherwise, I'll move on to the Wiener-Kitchin theorem. I don't know whether they asked Wiener-Kitchin theorem or not. Anyway, I will explain the concept. So please study the theorem also. So if you have a doubt, please ask. Otherwise, I will move on to the next chapter. So and also I asked a clear version of these notes. So if I got once, then I will share that notes also from the book. Okay. So if I got that copy, then I will share that copy in Google Classroom. So for clarification, you will refer this notes. Okay. If you want clear means, you will refer that notes also. So we'll refer both the notes. So we didn't ask any doubt. So I'll move on to the last Wiener-Kitchin relation. This is under unit 4. Vienna kitchen relation. So I will share this also in neat version. Okay. So here it is given if xt of omega is the Fourier transform of the truncated random process defined as xt of t equal to x of t, modulus t is less than t, 0, modulus t is greater than t, where x of t is a real WSS process with power spectral density Sxx of omega, then S of omega can be written as this one. So first you will find the value xt of omega. So xt of omega is the Fourier transform of xt of t. So we'll write the definition of Fourier transform for this. So here the function is xt of t e power minus I omega t dt. So we know this expansion xt of t. This is applicable only for modulus t less than t. Others values 0. So because of that reason we are taken minus t to t. That value is x of t. So we are replacing that value here. So we have to prove this statement. So for this statement we need modulus xt of omega the whole square. We know that xt of omega and also it is given xt of t is real. It is given in the problem itself. So next we have to find xt of modulus xt of omega the whole square. We know that that can be written as xt of omega into xt of minus omega. So we know the value of xt of omega from this. So you know this value replacing my omega by minus omega. But you are taken that value as t1 for this t2. Okay. So then you will find x of, you will take this to integration, you will multiply x of t1, x of t2, then you will write e power minus I omega t1 minus t2, dt1, dt2 like this. Then you have to find expectation for this. So if you are finding expectation means we can able to write this value as e of x of t1, x of t2 can be written as or xx of t1 minus t2. Time difference only we are writing no. So for that only we are writing here or of t1 minus t2. So here we are taken e power minus I omega into t1 minus t2, dt1 by minus dt2. So here we are representing this function as characteristic function. Otherwise, you will take like this. So we are doing the integration purpose only. We are interchanging the name as pi of t1 minus t2. Okay, we are doing the change of order of integration. Already we are studied in first year itself. So we have to evaluate this integral. So for that we are making some symbol. Otherwise, you will take this itself, not a problem. So the double integral in equation 1 is evaluated over the area square ABCD bounded by T1 equal to minus T comma T because it is given in the problem itself. The limit varies from minus T to T only. Yes, T2 also minus T2 T only. So we'll, based on that we are taken that value minus T2 T minus T2 T. For T1 also minus T2 T, for T2 also minus T2 T. Okay, so then we divide the area of the square into a number of strips PQRS, where PQ is given by, so we are taken that T1, we have to calculate the area only for T1 minus T2. We are taken the strip like this T1 minus T2. We are subtracting means we'll get negative value. We are assuming like that. So that difference, generally we are taken the time difference is tau only. So here also we are taken the time difference is tau only. T1 minus T2 equal to or. So we are taken that PQ value as T1 minus T2 equal to tau. The same way we are taken another strip ORS. ORS that is also this is tau means after some time only we got this ds. So that's why we are including that small derivative time. So if you are including means we get tau plus d tau we got it. Okay, so then we are doing the D21, DT2 value. So if you are taken like this, we are converting that T1 and T2 in terms of tau. So if you are adding means we got 2T minus modulus T. That is your derivative. If you are calculating this value means we got this one. So now we will do the integration for this. Now we will do the integration for this. So next we got this value. I will share the clear notes. In that I will explain very neatly. So we are converting the two variable into a one variable because T1 and T2 both based on time difference only, both based on we are taken the as tau. In this step only we are combining the T1 and T2 value tau. Okay. So the same way only we are taken here also. Pi of T1 minus T2 can be written as pi of tau. Then here dt1 dt2 can be written as dt 2t minus modulus tau d tau. We can able to write this value. Then we have two integration. The two integration become now will convert in terms of one integration. So we are combining that integral also. So minus 2t2 plus 2t we got it. So next you will do the normal integration. So then we got the answer for this. Before that we are removing the 2t from this. So we got 1 minus modulus tau divided by 2t d tau we got it. So then you will apply in the given theorem we have to apply. So then you will take this 2t in this side. So we get 1 by 2t and this theorem. Then remaining we have this. So then you apply limit t tends to infinity. That is your given statement. If you are replacing means here you will keep the side limit t tends to infinity itself. In RHS only you have to replace. If you are replacing, this is independent of t. So you have this term. So you'll apply this term. Say you'll separate into two terms. So if you are applying means it becomes 0. So that the whole term becomes 0. So only we got this answer. So in this in limit you'll if you are replacing means we'll get minus infinity infinity modulus pi of tau d tau. So already we assume that pi of tau was r of tau e power minus I omega tau d tau. So now you'll replace it again. That is equal to sxx of omega. This is your given statement of the Wiener-Kitchin theorem. Wiener-Kitchin theorem we obtained. Wiener-Kitchin theorem statement we obtained. So I will give the clear notes now for this because I don't have book. I asked one person. He will scan and send it to me. Then I will share it in the Google Classroom. So how doubt? Yes. So how doubt? Please ask. So the syllabus over mark. From next week onwards, I will conduct only one class for doubt clearing section. Okay. So I will share in meantime, I will share the clear notes to you. Okay, from the book. So from next week onwards, I will take only one class per week. That is doubt clearing section. So please study these two theorems and submit. Meanwhile, I will give the clear notes also to you. So if you have a doubt, please ask.